Infernal Fire, not an easy run for them, but let's see what they can do. And I also think there's, you know, good likelihood we see MOUZ there as well. They kind of crumbled yesterday, but, you know, the T side's not looking too good for Brolin right now, but in general, they have the firepower. Who else? Who do you think either of these teams can make it to playoffs? They're 2 games away. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. I think Big, you know, providing they win this, I think they certainly could.
Well, if they lose this, they definitely can't. As we get into Big's map pick of the T side of Ancient, look at the pace.
That's what it's all about.
Wait, this is crazy. They've smoked red, but Wildcard have a 5A stack. That's Wildcard smoke that forces Big into B. That's kind of crazy cool, no? They literally send Big into the empty bomb site.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one to open up here. 5v5 retake is what we're left with, Hugo.
Crazy.
The thing that's a bit concerning, Wildcard have to spend time clearing all these close angles, and so even that delays them now, but they finally start to take shape over towards CT, trying to push up. As aggressive angles held from Big, though, you're going to be fighting every step of the way here in this type of round, and so this pistol hoping to come together swimmingly for this Big squad. Half the time ticked off that bomb already, and Hyped taps out the final few.
I'm going to just throw a huge question mark on that move for Fuzi. He gets gooshed. He has smoke kit. There are 2 nade sets. He has smoke kit, and he just smokes them off. Maybe he's scared they're going to run him down. He's going to die. Maybe he would 4v5 them, but I think 4v5ing them is better than sending them into the B bomb site, because you've got a full stack. Everyone is in CT spawn. If Big run around that corner, you have a good shot at brawling. And sure, Glocks are great at brawling, but they're also great at holding that B post plant. Look at how trapped Wildcard are coming back on the lane. So yeah, I think that's a kind of crazy move to make in round 1 of this game. We also saw some tilts, I'd say, for Wildcard yesterday. And I can't really blame them. It was a difficult game against VP, but got to remain focused in the matchup today. Because Big are no sleeper team right now. Wildcard may be the bookmaker favorite, but at the end of the day, we've seen some really high heights for Big, for Hyped especially, and even more so on this map. It's been a really good map for Big. Taking out G2 in the debut of Bounty. So, like I said, coming into this game, it feels like Wildcard need to hit hard on their map pick of Inferno, and I think they could win it in 3.
Yeah, I mean, Big have looked at, have Ancient in their pool for the longest time. This is one where the individuals really thrive, right? Like, I'm thinking JDC, some of his mid-entry routes, Hyped on the AWP, always looking very comfortable on this map. QB, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Of Ancient, as it turns out.
All right, full buy here for Wildcard. Not a lot of util. They don't go for the traditional lane molly. They block cave instead, so Big don't come running, but they'll go ramp fast into this site. Beautiful entries for Tabson. Look at him go. Double kill. JDC there. They spot the 4th man. They remove him in an instant. Well, that's a gun round gone. Courtesy of the captain of Big.
Maybe the worst way to lose your first rifle round, the all-in B push.
Still
all Big on a bit of a bonus. They explode into the site. They get 4 entries as well, right? Like, it's not like Wildcard didn't have numbers there. There were 3 players in the site with a 4th quick rotate as well. And Big get out with 5 alive. Susp is left saving this M4. And so that was your first rifle round, Wildcard. You're going to have to wait a little while before you try and fight for control over Ancient.
Life of the A anchor on this map. And, you know, I called Susp a little bit out, mainly because of his Inferno B. But this guy has been, like, the revelation of Wildcard, really. Back in Shanghai, he was the carry. He was the guy. Susp was a real figurehead of this team when Wildcard were getting upset wins.
Yeah.
Like, he would put on crazy one-man army games. Not to say that the depth doesn't run deep on this team, but like, he was the revelation for me at least. So I think we're already holding him to a bit of a high standard, maybe. God, big the pace is impressive, getting past that cave util, but the push denied. And the M4 gone as well in mid. Irretrievable here for Wildcard. Should lead big to a 4-0 start.
QB collects his freebie. Keep your eye out for this guy with some of the timings he likes to try and play over towards B. I think Big have gotten very, very good at creating the situations needed as well for QB to find and exploit gaps. Now, we haven't really seen that yet, right? Because it's only been this one rifle round, and it was a very direct first rifle round from Big. I'm curious how this T side is going to develop as the game goes on. I think Tabson's got some really nice ideas for his T sides of Ancient. A lot of different looks to this Big T side. Is one of these JDC mid-entry route rounds. He's going to lead the charge, double up, and I mean, that is brutal. I do like watching JDC in middle. If you're a fan of how some of the other kind of prolific mid-opener players like to play this, I'm thinking Nerds, Donk. They like to go for those mid-fights. They like to brawl through the util with some supportive flashes. Not a passive mid player by a long stretch is JDC. And so you would be a fan of this guy. 7-1 right now. It's certainly looking like a hot start for him.
Yeah, Big really give him support as well, which is what I like. A lot of those players you mentioned like to go for solo moves, more so Nerds. He'll be a lurky guy. MOUZ on his own in that position, but there's always follow-up firepower behind JDC. He doesn't need it in this round. Double kill into the stack, but they find a clean shot. Crimbo onto Jaber, stand back in spawn, and smoked off is the orb. So this is a rough draw right now for Wildcard, down 5-0. Surely no saving this situation. Stan fighting. FaZe follows up, and Stan's got a kit, so he's going to have a look. Oh, if that connected, maybe there was a will. Big were very far away in A main.
Oh, in some insane way, like enticing Wildcard to want to attempt this so they didn't save the AWP in this gun is potentially quite nice for Big, right? Like, you would have had to play into that next round like it's a full rifle. These two players could have dropped guns. There could have been a full buy.
Oh, killing the orb.
You would have had something to fight back with. Stan's trying to hang around.
That's actually worth. Yeah, that's actually so worth.
The orb out.
Like, the downside is you don't get a gun in this round, but his entire plan was, let's kill the orb here. And so, don't know if Big ran back in and got it, but if they didn't, some money lost. But yeah, you're right.
I also think as well,
also lost their orb. So.
With the partial buy coming up next, and Big already 5-0 up with, you know, there's been next to no damage done in these rounds, right? Like, you're not breaking the money. This is just the first step to doing that, forcing a heavy reinvestment on the AWP. Still, you're a long way from breaking through if you're Wildcard. In fact, it's you dealing with the monetary issues right now.
Yeah, arguably, you could say keeping 2 guns into this round would be better than getting 3
100%.
kills,
That's why I think it's brutal that they even got tempted to go for that retake.
These entries, though, for JDC. That molly fell a bit short, it looked like. The second one, a Wildcard.
John DeCastro, big mid entries.
A lot of util for a half, so maybe Wildcard are going to play a bit aggressive here. They hit some nades on the B lane. They go for a push, but it's being contained. Good flash, Tabson. Oh, swings back out with QB in heaven. A main bash hyped very low.
Hanging around here, yeah. Could prove risky, but he nails the shot, makes it work.
They know about one more.
Just trying to slip away, right? He's got the bomb here, had support as well from JDC coming back from middle. They'll leave this one player deep in A main, and they're going to link up over on the B lane looking for this B opener. FaZe is all that stands between them and this B site, waiting in the cave. I think if you're big, why even take the risk, right? You know you're up against pistols in this round. The 5-7 up close can be brutal. You could send one guy cave. That's forgivable. JDC going to pick it up anyway. And so nothing to worry about here for Big. 6-0, still flawless on this T side.
Yeah, the Ancient is very good.
Dude, one of the things I love as well is that, like, you can tell, as is the case usually with Big, they've done their prep. They've looked into what Wildcard bring to the table. They have a very different look to this T side thus far than what they did in, for example, the FlyQuest game, where it was a lot more about exploiting FlyQuest tendency to start with the A site empty, playing instead heavy in towards mid or lane, depending on where they want to fight for at the start of these rounds. You haven't seen any of that from Big in this game so far. It's been more standard mid takes, fighting for this B control. At the one round that finished up A after JDC got the double kill middle, but these are different contact points, different pressure points from Big. They're trying to exploit the Wildcard defense, and it's working wonders.
Great point. And Hyped has been really a supportive AWP so far, but he's actually such a nightmare when he's peeking up B ramp and getting picks. And 5-0 looks like he's feeling good right now. So just wait till we start seeing him let off the leash a little bit on this AWP. Those odds are flipped, or rather they're probably for the map. Wildcard were favourites coming in. And I still think they have a good shot in the BO3, but this is spelling a bit of a disaster to start the day. Good grenades again. Lots of free damage Wildcard are getting on this cave cross. The spam is good as well. Careful though, this push through the smoke, and tabseN's going to catch him. Dear oh dear, that deep smoke gives him so much room to move through it. Stan can't stop tabseN, even though he's painted two players red. Wildcard sit a man down. Even that spam is really annoying. Sonic feels like he can't cross into cave. And so Wildcard can't get info.
Yeah, it also like forces this defense to play way more committed. If you look at where like Jaber and Sonic are playing, they are flung out into the bomb site here, having to dodge this spam. And so for anyone walking up ramp, they're in the open. Thankfully, Big have homed in on this cave control. And this is one thing Wildcard are set up to deal with. They have a lot of eyeballs ready to turn around and deal with main. Sonic will be able to cover the ramp push. And so this cave responsibility gonna fall to susp and Jaber, but the molly burns Sonic out into the open. Now ramp is a problem. Jaber's got to look at two places at once, and he can't hold on. JDC finds him. This B site crumbles. Big, they walk right into a triple crossfire that was set up there from Wildcard. Oh. They come through swinging, they live to tell the tale, and FaZe's got to save this AWP. This is crazy dominant right now from Big.
That's an example of a round that goes absolutely to plan, doesn't it? I mean, great call to have one guy up the ramp, have the bulk in the cave, they molly default. It's so annoying. And Wildcard, like you said, they could be in better positions, but the positions are so good that they're just what Big are ready for.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, like, Big had clearly designed that Molotov around the idea of, okay, if we spam a bunch, we smoke off short. We know they can't be in like they kind of like hunt a cubby over towards the short side. We spam, we cleared it. They can't be back default. They can't be playing cave. We've taken all that control. That really only leaves, you know, they can't be in the cubby either. That leaves but one option, and that is that they are playing front sight if they're going to be anywhere. And so that molly was perfect to displace the defense.
Yeah, it's the ramp player who can just walk up and get free kills.
And I love that he plays so late as well. Like JDC swings out after one site player's already dead. There's 3 players spotted cave. In that moment, you know, the comms are clustered. Jaber's even aware that this timing's open, but all right, Big, something a bit different here. And as is often the case with tabseN on this map, he's called it at a perfect time, hasn't he?
No one's A.
One of the first rounds that Wildcard have left A open, and this is one of the reasons why we've seen Big largely avoid this side of the map, is that Wildcard do, more often than not, have a bit of a dedicated A player. Now, susp has hit a great timing in this round. Gonna get the drop on tabseN, but still need more from susp on this flank. It's gonna fall onto stanislaw, who's hit the exact same timing.
You heard him. Focuses on the site first, gets that sniper kill, pistol out, Crimbo's ready, but it doesn't matter. When Stan comes up with 2 kills, they need to take space. Big go diving into the tunnel. Hyped with another kill off the pistol. The smoke bounces strangely, Hyped gets a shot. Pistol out! It's all Hyped. We were waiting for him. 4 kills in the post plant, saves Big in this flawless game. Just when everything's going right.
Someone get James Banks on the line. That's how you bring the hype. Take a look at that round, man. That's a thing of beauty. From the German AWPer.
Wow,
this decision-making to go and chase this kill on a FaZe is so important. It tees him up to win the round. Feel bad for Stan. After his heroics, he's betrayed by a weird smoke bounce. But look at how hyped up the big squad are. Again, QB's beat this timing on the cave util, but only good for one. Still, JDC's going to trade the contact out in middle. There was a chance to find stanislaw here, but they found everyone but him.
You'll take that 2v2 in middle every day. Just completely breaks the defense. Wildcard lose everything. They lose the sight. Now, FaZe has heard this donut push, so he might even play through the smoke and try and time JDC, but look at his routing. Through the temple.
He knows he's found a gap, especially with susp dead.
And he might just flank B. They're probably going to get the kill here before this even matters. Stan's aggressive. Crimbo needs his frag. Stan finds it. tabseN low. Stan fakes the steps. JDC coming in. FaZe knows there's a timing, so Stan in the back of his head is considering CT, so he's going to go forward into tabseN with a quick shot. 5
health that entire time, tabseN, but a shot away from death. He had to land that. Now, FaZe could still make this round interesting. Fast on the mid flank. Coming in behind them now, and a low HP tabseN trapped with the bomb.
Oh, he
could just get shot in the back, but no, tabseN, don't do it to him. He looks aware. Still, FaZe gets the drop. That moment of hesitation from tabseN takes his eyes off the prize. FaZe moves in. It's down to the 1v1 as Wildcard rely on their AWPer to put this first round on the board and finally break through. FaZe has had some of the hardest hitting games for this Wildcard squad across Cluj-Napoca. And so let's see if he can be the one to deliver them something on this CT side.
Ollie. Oh, he tries, but he gives away his position. JDC patiently waiting on the bomb. FaZe got to hit that immediate kill. JDC's shadow, but he shows, and still FaZe only hits the leg. Oh, that's a disaster. The shadow, if anything, doesn't help FaZe. He fires early, hits him through the wall. And JDC wins the clutch. Nothing can go wrong for Big, even when Wildcard find a way to make a round interesting. Big just have that X factor. Look at this shot as well. So important. Wall bang.
Yeah. Oh, it's brutal. Yeah, another thing that's kind of upsetting thus far, don't get me wrong, it's great to see stanislaw playing well, but the fact that so often he's been the guy in like these swing moments, having a multi-kill, having to do more, and he's actually been good for it, right? Like, got out with that high important kill down towards ramp, that stops the round just ending in its tracks. The whole reason FaZe's even allowed to attempt that clutch is because of Stan's successes over towards B. In the round prior, it was his A main flank, his double kill that teed them up to attempt the retake.
Dude, this is 9-0.
Yeah, bro. I mean, this is, you know, it's really hard. I think we always say Wildcard are deadly with a bit of time to prep, but Big's playbook on Ancient is so big, I don't know how you come to grips with it. And Big are also a team that like to do their prep, that will adjust how they play based on who they're up against. And so you could have done all the research in the world here. It's still going to make life hard knowing exactly what it is you're going to run into from this Big T side. And look at the level of comfortability we have, right? QB, wall bang in, B player dead. Big 5v3 for the flawless 10-0 start.
Yeah, I don't know if Prep can save you now. Walking out A main gets denied, but there's a quick trade for Crimbo, and Big still have this site. Bomb coming in tow. And Wildcard don't even have a gun to talk about in this round. 2 pistols. And they're both dead. 10-0 for Big. Blimey.
I mean, I think as well, one of the things that's been so cool about this rise for Big after a long time of disappointment for this squad, right? They had surprising results in Shanghai. Felt like that came out of left field, and they make roster changes, and still they look very formidable as a squad, right? You kind of need to be in this position, 10-0 up. One of the things I love is they play a very confident game compared to how this Big team used to play.
Yeah.
I think sometimes in their quest to be the smartest team, they ended up playing very scared, and it would lack initiative at times, right? You would kind of suffer this weird inertia from the rigidity of these T sides. And so nowadays, bro, they play a super confident game. They have full faith in their ability to pull rounds back. Surely they give room to go for openers. Individuals get given a lot of space. Finally, it looked like they were going to play into a stack here. I wonder if they changed their mind. They've been blocked in main.
They can't win this. Big have no right to win this round. The cities are leaving, though. They feel like it's too good to be true. It's too obvious. Big break the smoke. They run through. Caught off guard by a good flash. It's susp overwhelmed. Sonic from afar, and the orb by his side. Wildcard need to hit some shots. They need to hit them right now, but that's an ugly whiff. Hyped gets the entry, walking out A main. And Big, they always find a way. Wildcard are right here.
Sonic now donning the AWP. I mean, it's a good angle for it. There's no util to knock him off the line, but there's also no reason to peek this if you're Big. They're just going to play within the confines of the site. Yeah. Tabson hits that transfer. They walk into a fully stacked A bomb site. Fast rotates available from Wildcard. They get blocked by util. Then they go a bit off meta with it. They wait for their own smokes to fade till it feels too good to be true. And then they full pump the hit. That is madness. The fact they get out with 4 players surviving as well. After braving the stack.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Can they keep it clean against the half? It's everything. It's all in. It's an M4. It's a couple of MP9s. And they're just going to throw themselves a Big. Oh, of course.
Nothing's going right.
Tabson is just feeling it right now. Like everyone is, but Tabson's hitting some amazing shots. That spray transfer last round. With the AWP as well. This push about to be cleared. The timing. Oh, just missed. And then JDC hears it. Meanwhile, Big might just walk into this B bomb site. JDC, unbothered by the flank, walks away. So Big can slow down while this flank gets set up. They don't need to play yet. Keep it clean. Crimbo checks spawn, giving more time for JDC to get in position. And this is as Wildcard walk into the ever-waiting Big. Careful, Tabson spamming the wrong side. They don't know about Crimbo. That's something still. Maybe this now doesn't even look like a B play. And that could be Wildcard's undoing. Running back into the patient
so
Crimbo.
Brutal.
We're looking at a 12-0.
Because of the boost up, Crimbo never saw him crossing, but that went both ways. And now that flank gets to arrive from JDC. FaZe is on borrowed time.
Boom.
Oh, JDC's not even needed. And now they don't know about him over here on the back lines. In this aggressive position. susp was heard down at elbow earlier on, so you can make an educated guess that he's coming heaven. It's sad because he did reroute in the round, and now he's ended up back where he started, so Big should be prepared for this. Probably doesn't want to grab that M4 right now, trying to hit with the element of surprise, and so now just chasing them with the SMG.
They really
Big swing him together for the flawless T-side, 12-0 It literally can't get more dominant than that.
I love how they kept it super clean throughout. They never like overplayed it. They never just started throwing away rounds. Even in that 3v3, they slow it right down. They get the info. They wait for the push. That's just a beautiful half of Counter-Strike for Big. You can look at Wildcard. You can say they weren't playing their A game, but I think they were shrinking into their seats with just how dominant those rounds were for Big. They were never really in winning positions, with the exception of 1 or 2 rounds. And I'm not even gonna. I can't even criticize Wildcard for this game right now. I think it's all Big playing beautiful CS. Everyone feeling
One
it.
thing I will say is starting your elimination game off.
Oh yeah,
0-12 is pretty,
like,
arguably as rough as it comes.
Reset of the year if Wildcard can win their map pick. I would have said, like, even I said Big are going to win this map, Wildcard are going to win the next map, then we go on Nuke. I don't know anymore. If Wildcard can reset after a dominant half like this, and I'll throw some platitudes their way. They've got to get some rounds now, Harry, to warm up, to feel like they're playing Counter-Strike, because right now, it's just bullying simulator.
Oh, pistol round's going to be important on this comeback. They're going to need it.
Someone call the bully hunters. Big looking for the flawless game.
Oh. Sonic's game is over. It ends in middle. Oh, God. Yeah. Let's just learn a lesson here. JDC, not the guy you want to mess with in mid-stand.
They saw him cross back. I think they know no one's red. And so it kind of leans into this B hit.
Yeah, look at that immediate rotate tabs and peeling away. Crimbo's opened up on his USP.
Oh, no.
It feels like we're going to get it. I've held off saying it this whole time because you didn't want to jinx it, but Big, come on now. 2 more kills. Flawless game.
Oh.
Why? Why? Oh, you knew it would happen. 2 quick kills back from Wildcard.
Oh,
JDC done as well. Why? All right, then.
What have you done?
Stan and FaZe, can they do it? 2v5. Hype moves in. It's down to the 1v1.
Come on.
Or Viop, whose pistol's better. FaZe is low, but he hits the immediate dink. And there it is.
Why?
He had to say it.
Why did
The
you say
13-0 denied as the 2v5 comes up for Wildcard.
You ruined it. You ruined it for everyone. You ruined it for Big. You ruined it for everyone but Wildcard, really. Of course, they have to just 2v5 to stop the 13-0.
It's real. You can't talk about it. This was the ultimate test.
We held our nerve, Harry.
I didn't even, in the halftime break, it was so irresistible to not say,
Whoa! Yeah, no, I was holding my tongue as well. I've cursed it.
I purposefully didn't bring it up, and I'm like, 5v2, they can't lose this.
Oh,
they can't lose this, and then they do.
13-1 just doesn't hit the same, and they're ecoing. 13-2 just doesn't hit the same, Harry. Doesn't feel as good. Oh, it was one-sided, mostly. Well, that pistol, Harry, you could argue it was really important. So, how do Big have the...
Dude, you couldn't make it up, man. As soon as the word 13-0 was uttered, the Cosmos played its hand
2v5
and said, "Not today."
It didn't even feel like Big like really threw that one. They all just took their fights. Like, sure, they're 1v1ing, but like, you're 5v2. No one's ever lost a 5v2 ever. How are Big ecoing this? I would be buying down till the game's over. I have no respect for my opponent after a 12-0 half. Very reserved from Big.
What if they win it with the pistols then? You ever...
But they won't.
You ever think about that? Huge?
Maybe, but not anymore.
All right, then. They get out with an AK at least.
They're just going to do it on the first buy.
They're going to try and win this 13-2.
Which, you know, I guess is a pretty good game for Big. You know, it's no 13-0, but it's pretty good. Could be worse. Could be better.
I can't believe...
I'm with you. No, but by the way, I'm with you. Like, I was ready. 5v2. I'm tentatively watching the 5v2.
Let's peel back the curtain for a second, right? Whenever we're in these positions, people will be like, you cursed the game, caster's curse.
I've had people get really angry at me
and
I'm like,
it's a funny meme, but it's not real. And so I was like, okay, let's test the theory, right? Like any time you mention 13-0 ever historically, it's not happened. Had to see in a 5v2.
Flawless game, he said.
Well, maybe Wildcard can still do this.
Well, anything big can do, Wildcard might be able to do as well. 10 rounds in a row looking for it. Running into the Molotov, and Harry.
No.
5v4.
One kill.
It is probably time for a Wildcard comeback.
I mean, everybody's asking them.
Everybody's asking me. Come back.
Oh,
how do you get away with that? That's not even...
Primpo just jumps up,
good.
no util, no nothing.
Okay.
And he's won it all for Big. There's the close at 13-2 a couple of rounds later. But Big can hold their heads up high. Their Ancient is the real deal.
Absolutely. I mean, the T side was phenomenal. JDC out middle, the B pressure, that 1A attack just to really rub salt in the wound.
Shame their CT side sucked, hey, but...
18, you win, you lose, you stay. If you're wildcard Big, you win, you go up 1, you lose, you stay. And so you could go, oh, but what are you talking about? You go, they make 30 grand, that doesn't matter. Well, this is only for the game. This is only for the game. This is before the money is calculated. Obviously, that's calculated based on placing. You know, the winner wins at least 30 grand, but they might win more. They might win more, Harry. They might get into playoffs, then they win more money, then they get more points. So it's not just on the game.
Yeah, and
it's
with
also on the placing.
With the frequency of 16 team events as well, you want to find yourself in the top 16 to ensure you're in that first round of invites. Anyway, let's go. Wildcard fast into the B site.
Horrible
and
smoke.
It has gone horrifically to open.
Really poor smoke. Really not nice.
Well, we know Big can't win a CT pistol.
Oh!
Held your horses here.
They are held.
JDC lends a bit of intrigue to this round.
Hey. And they're saving. Well, they knew they couldn't win the CT pistol, so kind of fair enough for Big.
No, okay. I mean,
do you like that though? Because 4 armor, you can go buy some helmets. And you can buy pretty well second round.
Tabson's cooking with the sauce.
That's like, you could have won that maybe. I mean, they had no kit, so yeah, we'll give it to Big. I actually think it's okay. I think it's fine. Wildcard exploded to be QB. Unfortunate, you do see those smokes miss when they hit the wall wrong. What's
Tabson's looking at the menu. He's saying he wants the trophy something or other.
Hi, I'll have the Bratwurst.
I don't know if they'll sell that here.
In Italy.
Yeah.
This is Italy, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'll have the penne arrabbiata, please.
We'll need a tray.
Yeah.
The food is hot.
Do you know who I am?
The food is hot, Harry.
Shout out Eddie Lizard.
Yes. Double FAMAS. Glock drop.
Drop top.
Smoking and cooking that bratwurst.
And so here we are, Wildcard. They do have quite the force to go up against. A couple of FAMASes for the Big family.
Going back to 4A and Wildcard taking banana. So off of the positions, it's looking pretty good for Wildcard.
Big smoking on the Wildcard pack right now with this type of setup, right? An early 4-man A-Lean with a solo B player. Tabson lent an extra smoke. That's a bit of a classic Wildcard move. Usually it's susp doing this for them when they move into the CT sides. This makes sense, right? You're coming through with the force. You're not afraid to take a bit of a gamble, and you're hoping this util stops the B here. Tabson has now retrieved that other smoke. Re-smoke in.
Well, anyone rotate. I was going to say, it's too quiet right now. No apps control, no mid control. You may as well rotate. So, as they do, so do Wildcard.
Yeah, good job, Hugo.
Well, I would have done the same thing if I'm Big here, to be honest. Feels super BE, But now, double boiler. This could be nice. Don't underrate this setup for big. Underrate this setup for big. They all die. If only, man, if only we kept 4 mid, man, we would have won that.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have rotated there as well. That was too quiet. Nice call for Stan to really late take middle.
Look, Hugo, here's my issue with your call.
Okay.
In this moment.
Go.
Sure. It's very quiet.
Yeah.
But I also think when you drop the smokes on B to play the 1-4, you're kind of committed to that idea. If dropping the last smoke is all it takes for the 4 stack to disassemble.
That's not what it is, though. It's the fact that no one has taken apps, no one has even stepped in middle, not a single grenade has gone out.
I know, but look, man, if the second smoke going in is what's supposed to send Wildcard away, right? It's that second smoke or the third smoke even that's supposed to make them go, oh, it's a stack.
No. I'm shutting that down.
You're wrong on this.
No.
Listen up, buddy.
You can't hindsight me.
I'm hindsighting the shit out of you right now.
Let me just tell you what's wrong about that, because we're not playing, you know, Gold Nova matchmaking. Teams don't think, oh, guys, there's 3 smokes at B. That means there's 3 B. Teams know you can drop smokes, Harry.
I know.
So when you see 4 smokes at B, it's the question. It doesn't mean there's a stack. It doesn't mean bigger pretending there's a stack. That could be 1 guy. That could be 4 guys. It doesn't matter. At this level, that is irrelevant. It's a mind game. It's a mind game both ways. No, Stan doesn't go,
they should have.
There's 3B. He doesn't think that. He doesn't know there are 3B, but that's the mind game. Anyway. You were right. They won the round, I guess. But
they should have stayed where all the baddies went.
They should have. If they were in the right place, they would have won the round, Harry. You're right, I guess. Sure. Congrats, buddy.
Here we are. Wildcard 2-0.
This is a bit. It's all fun and games.
It's good to know, though.
Were you worried?
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit...
You're a bit, you know,
I'm a bit
goated with the sauce today.
I've slept 8 hours. Who knew? Who knew this is what happens?
Oh no, JDC.
All right, I think we're looking at the wildcard 13-0 right now.
I was about to make the same joke. And I'm going to use this power very responsibly.
Yeah? What, by letting Big back in?
Wildcard have a chance to 13-0. Can they do what Big couldn't? I think it's coming. This is their home map, 3-0 start. No way back into this for Big off the rip.
Some great T-side rounds, Harry. Make it definitely look like a 13-0 is on the horizon.
And what a statement that would be.
It would be a statement. Well, we've got a buy round coming from Big next. Yeah, that's... Oh, I'd be mad. That's so annoying. What a cubby, though. Clean exec. Molly, the 1 position Big were playing. They got the Eternal Fire Smoke up top B as well. Lets you root very close to the half wall and still peek behind it. That smoke looks scary, but susp is going to use it. Or he looked like he was. The nade comes down, he dodges it. Big flash through. They are going to go through that smoke. As Big through the retake utility. Wildcard don't even see the molly. They see the smoke, they go, fine, have it. It's all yours. Molly comes out late. And that will force a bit of respect here. Big with 3 at B right now. As Wildcard go back to take middle, the smoke's beginning to fade. Bigger in a pit setup. So Wildcard, if they just go, this is their best chance. Oh, they love a long wrap, don't they? Oh, Bigger in trouble. through the smoke.
They're going to expect this, surely. QB holding on for it. Does spot Sonic on the lip of that smoke. Hype now arriving as well. And QB continues to offer up assistance downrange from Pit. Big looking to get on the board here and now.
They said it was impossible. Are they right? Good shot for Hype, caught in the nade. And that's, I like that from Hype. He knows he has cover from QB, so he can actually just scope library and hold the short.
Yeah, didn't even try and get involved on long.
Yeah. Oh, this is dangerous. You got 10 seconds. If they were behind you. But they're not. So FaZe will save. Well, Harry, you cursed the 13 now. Thank you for that. And bigger on the board. And honestly, yeah, despite a good call for Wildcard, but they didn't really commit. One guy threw Moto Smoke, then they slowed down. Again, Big very active here, but FaZe waiting for that play. Good call. After last round, they saw that Big did that. So they go to punish it, peeking after the flashbang and putting the AWP to use, now even arming another player. See Wildcard immediately looking more comfortable on Inferno. And Big just forced to make a gamble because they've seen this banana take back into late A plays. They're hoping it happens again.
Oh, and they might get their wish. Triple porch setup and a long player to boot.
This is what you would do right now.
Yeah.
If Wildcard were going A, you would have called this.
Yeah, I would have called exactly this. Jaber, bomb as well. Looking to be the first thing in.
Uh-oh.
Long smoke down, but that's not the cover that Wildcard think it is.
Bomb first, Harry.
They do still have flashes.
They can leave if they see this and Jaber doesn't die.
That's the big if though, right? Jaber, oh, they're flashing the apartments players out. They drop in now. They learn about the short stack.
Oh,
they get mowed down. Crimbo out of ammo. It's going to fall onto Tabson. 25 seconds left.
Oh, they do.
They start to rotate away.
You got to kill.
Tabson's going to try and beat them to it, but the timing will favor Wildcard here, even though he's instant in this fallback. Now, there isn't a smoke for the cross. That is a
He
big...
picked it up.
He's grabbed the smoke from B. That's going to give them a fighting chance. Molly from Tabson to try stop this plant, but it goes the wrong side. Sonic, spammed out Tabson, the highwayman. He has robbed this round from Wildcard.
Yeah.
And a bit of style on it at the end from Tabson.
Oh, sauerkraut on the top, Harry. That's a sick round for Tabson. Was there time to go behind the pillar? That would be the other good plant. The only safe one, really, that you're not going to get spammed. You can't die from CT properly unless you get clipped. But Tabson plays it really well. Molly's default spams to the second most common plant place. Oh, I wish I spoke German right now. That's cool. Big. What a way to win a round. Full A stack in a 4v5. And
Man, that got me hyped. Tabson, that was a good speech. I didn't even know what he said. That's just vibes.
Inspiring.
FaZe. Hero AWP.
It's crazy. Saving this and just going into apps on your own. FaZe needs to force this kill. Flash, and he's dead. Blind shot for Hyped on the short side.
Bro, FaZe was kind of the guy for Wildcard in that series the other day versus VP, but here Hyped has had his number time and time again, even in advantageous fights for FaZe. In that round, Hyped is blind. He just hits a timing shot on FaZe trying to play out through Boiler. FaZe can't catch a break. Just left to the apps pop now. Stan has taken that AWP away from the rest of the team. Firing it off at Banana, trying to give the illusion that that's where Wildcard are going. When Big hit the AWP fire off, he's hoping that some movement happens here, but it doesn't. Crimbo, or QB rather, farms them up. It was a mixture. It was both. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. Oh,
How?
No, it's good. It's
I thought
smart.
he just scoped in his face. Was he already scoped?
He wants save AWP, and so Stan does not fire a bullet.
Respect that. That's hard to do.
Ooh.
What?
I checked in on the German speakers in chat trying to translate this.
Okay.
And they're all kind of saying the same thing.
Which is?
Essentially, he said they wanted to trick us or fool us, but not me, not today.
Oh.
That's kind of hype, man.
that's-
Knowing it in English now, it hits even harder.
Not today. Well, maybe today. JDC swung a big grenade. They're going to keep fighting behind it. Ooh, it's not gone well,
Okay,
has it?
Tabson is brimming with
But
confidence.
no one would ever go 3B. No one would ever do that, Harry.
Well, no, there hasn't been 3 smokes dropped in, so how can Wildcard ever know that? Swing on the MP9, QB. There's a lot
Good
of bodies
patience.
there.
They were all tucked. They were all tucked, baiting susp, letting him die to trade. That's very reserved for Wildcard.
Another one of these B plays back to A plays for the Wildcard T side. Hype Sorp is the only thing standing between them and that goal.
Oh, he doesn't.
And he's just left the site. They're gamble stacking B.
Well, at least he gets to save his AWP, but he ain't winning this. So Wildcard walk in. Cheeky plant, cheeky round. Up to 4. Trading with Big is good. Big will take trading right now because this is Wildcard's go-to map. It's a map that Big are 1 and 6 on. Only win over Imperial Valkyries. Losing 13-1 to FlyQuest here. Do you remember that game, Harry? They lost 13-1 on Inferno, and then they destroyed them back-to-back maps. So safe to say, it's not been a great map for Big.
Come on, Hugo. There's absolutely no denying that the big squad of 2017 through 18 were good on this map.
The years, 2017 to 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I guess Tabson, the only remaining player from that time, can really channel his Krakow legacy. I'm sure jumping is going to save Big in this game. What did they used to call them, Harry? Can't bring it up and then say no. Can't dig the grave and then say, but it's just a hole.
It's a public service.
For the people.
Hyped.
Oh, they love it.
He's trying to dig some graves of his own. Oh my God, maybe his own grave is here.
This is crazy.
All right, boys, I got the shovel. I'm ready to die. Here he is, pushing down through Banana. The hyped AWP strikes while the iron's hot. Gonna go back in for a little bit more. And that's when Sonic gets the trade. 2 graves, please. One for me and one for my friend.
Oh, Tabson's trapped. And they stop him jumping through.
Not
Great
today.
Flash. Wait, that was a team flash. I don't think his flash did that much. Oh no, JDC threw one as well. There were 3 flashes. And Sonic, regardless, was very blind. Susp. Whoever that was. Ollie might spread. Jaber living on a prayer. Lurker cleaned up.
Far from halfway there, a wild card.
Nice.
They don't have the bomb. Having to go back and get it, waste some time off the clock here, and leaves them worlds apart. They're going to lend a bit of time to Jaber.
It's a hard angle. If you're like just walk clearing stuff. doesn't really get used much anymore.
Yeah, I just realized we have JBA versus JDC. They're kind of similar.
Not really at all. But
Could you say JDC how you say Jaber?
well, no, they are different. Full caps versus some caps. You know, I view the J as the forename, the B as the surname, and then the... Oh. That's why it's Jaber.
Yeah.
Not J. It doesn't. If it was a lowercase c,
it'd be like Jaduk.
Jaduk. It sounds like a K.
Jadus.
The difference is one's called Jaber and one's called JDC.
Where does that leave you on Jaden Smith? You loved him in that film.
Which film?
Beyond Earth or whatever.
Never saw it. Sorry.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. And that's the one with the stabbing. Well, actually...
After Earth. You love him in that film, right?
Jaber, his name is Josh Barrett. So, the BA is... Yeah, it's...
Not for...
That's like me being called... HBY.
Hubby. That's what I call you. Hyped! This shot on the AWP wildcard out through middle, and Sonic has secured the opening. Oh dear, Hyped is in hot water, and it's boiling over maybe as Sonic runs him down. He's going to go fast.
That's more like it. A bit of pace for wildcard. They've played some really slow defaults. Good time to call a pace change from Stan. Big not ready for it. Stack triple B. They've done a lot of triple Bs, so oh, that's disastrous for QB. Caught a whiff of susp. Crouch sprays, he's gone, and that will throw off this round for Big. They can't retake anymore. Wildcard. Going for tit for tat, as expected. You know, the question was, can they reset? And the answer is a resounding yes. But Big are still putting up more of a fight than you could expect, given that this is a really poor map for Big in recent times.
Could see Sonic bringing his A game in that round. He will be a requirement. He was one of the missing pieces in their loss to VP. You know the heights of this guy. You know what he's capable of when he's feeling it. Oh, JDC didn't even get to play this round. And what started as a three-man hold for Big at this B site is now down to a 2-2 split. They're even starting to rotate Hyped away. No, he has to go back. Especially with Crimbo nailing a shot in through the apartment. So he will get here in time, but this is still a fast round from Wildcard. In they come. And it's far from easy for Crimbo and Hyped. These CT setups are very twitchy, very nervous. Losing JDC to the nade stack into the sandbags only made that worse.
Yeah, it feels
as a result, Hyped and Crimbo kind of caught between positions without a proper crossfire or route to trade that set up.
It now feels like the first 8 rounds of this game, or 7 rounds of this game, were all just conditioning from Wildcard, going for banana every single round of this map to condition Big into playing heavy B setups. And now Big have bitten down on it. Back-to-back rounds, starting triple B to do the nades that have been so successful for them. And Wildcard have just done 2 really quick A pops. Those nades keep him there. Wildcard do a lane split. Now they do an apps pop. And Big just is so hard to hold that down. Yeah, look at the frustration. So hard to hold it in a 2v4, 2v5 on A. Even with Pit being a very strong position. Wildcard just have pace. They have flashes. They are Wing to trade. Seeing a really well-called T-side out of Stan. I was a little worried at the start, but now the mind games have begun. Now it's a very hard call for Big to know where to go. Do we want to commit to the triple B again? There's no way they'd rush A one more time. These are the questions Big have to ask, and these are the positions Stan does his best work. I can't. I'm not even going to try and predict what Stan's going to call here. I have no idea.
No, but he has put himself in a real powerful position to have dominion over the game.
Like, this should be 8-4, just based on the setup Wildcard have right now.
I wouldn't mind Big going back to just a two-man B hold with like an extra bit of util dropped over there, just to try it.
Yeah. Just rush down mid and just throw everything out the window. Say, screw it, I'm not playing your game.
All right, then, yeah, respect.
Okay, they won't.
They're going to go aggressive in through the apartments, and they leave a solo B hold in this round. I think Big, you know, you can tell that these rounds are starting B, ending A, and so I like that they put more resources over towards this A side of the map.
They warbang Crimbo, or? Oh my god. You didn't hear them? Didn't hear the jumps? I guess they're not that loud. They feel louder from your POV.
Well, also, we don't have four other German guys all communicating at the same time in our ears.
No, but they are on their way. I've called them. Maybe next map.
QB, the other hero gun here in hot water, just one. As these pistols rotate into a lost site, it's looking good for Wildcard to pick up their 7th.
Very nice half from Wildcard.
I think for Big, I hope it's a more standard 2-3 start. Even in the rounds where they've started 3-2, they're playing with a guy over towards Arch more often than not, or like Moto long side, usually hyped, floating around there. And so he's available for like a slightly faster rotate anyway. I think there's stuff that you could do with dropping over some extra smokes to buy them more time. You know that Big have done that, like retake banana util, for example, and not even played behind it, but just to deny the control. I think right now Wildcard have been profiting way too much off of the ability to fight top banana, put pressure on the defense, and then go back. And these players in A have had to play so passive. And they're kind of jumpy and over-rotating and moving around too much. And that comes with the territory if you're losing this banana fight. So yeah, here it is. A more standard 2-3 start from Big. Still hanging around at the top of banana with some util dropped in, but not fighting deep for this control. I think this is one of the best looking starts to a round that Big have had. Oh. Yeah, hyped. On the line, gonna lock in that opener.
That fight literally hasn't happened yet. That's the first time. Oh, it's changed the move for Wildcard. They just go back to a quicker B. Two players fighting a banana. Can Big get out? Big really going to die in this position.
They have a third guy moving over. That feels like it's why. They've done a lot of damage on these players in the top B, and there's that hyped AWP arriving. There's still taps in here left to deal with, but first kill found. Low HP on Sonic, who's the next man in. Tapson's just going to feast. Stanislaw takes one of the dome, now brought down to half health. As this clutch begins, he's going to try and get tricky with it. Let's see what Stan can cook up.
Is he actually going to go back, though? He might just, like, recommit late into this B bomb site and hope the Big have left. And look, they're starting to doubt it. Rotating, splitting up. That's what Stan wants. Now will he play Spawn? I don't think he heard Crimbo. But he knows it's very quiet right now. Stan clearing positions. Stick that bomb. He's allowed to. Crimbo, will he wait for QB? Moving in a little bit closer, offering that 1v1. Stan wants to take it. Crimbo wins the round. That's a very close clutch for Stan, it feels like. See his brain whirring, but Big do survive the half. I'd say 5 is fine. It's enough, but Wildcard are still in the winning position to take their map pick in this series, which is more than impressive after getting 13-2'd. On Big's pick of Ancient.
Yeah, I think it would have been very easy to just kind of roll over and die in this series if you're Wildcard. But not wanting to head out of the tournament in a crazy dominant series, they're offering up some resistance here on their home map. And like you say, they are in that kind of power position now, a slight lead. But it was, you know, this sort of scoreline that let them down in that VP game. There, they got away with an 8-4 first half and only managed to find 2 CT rounds. I guess the big question around Big being able to come back in the second half is questions of depth in the T-side calling, right? This is far from ancient for this team. It's not like they have a overloaded, overstacked playbook. This is one that provably they struggle on. They've at least guaranteed themselves a little bit of breathing room as Big hunt for the 2-0. A comeback from 5-7 down. It's Wildcard fighting for survival here at PGL Cluj-Napoca. Big fan out. 3 players taking control over the apartment stand, just on a pixel angle. Has Jaber there with him. A double setup, really wanted to get something. Instead, it's FaZe springing out next. This 3-player stack over in the apartments. Chews through Big. Great timing on when FaZe plays his hand there. Couldn't go too soon. Couldn't go too late. Ends up just right.
He has great jewelry. Oh my god, there's great jewelry.
It's the Goldilocks pistol ace from FaZe.
Dude, he does it so often. Not acing, but picking up big multi-kills on pistol rounds. FaZe is that guy. You actually see him buying orbs so early in games. I think it's probably because of these kind of rounds. The amount of 3Ks I see from FaZe with Julies is outstanding. All 5 from the young Swede. From Europe to China, now in North America. World renowned. He's got the 1 gun in this. 4 MP9s. Big on the full eco.
Always willing to extend a courtesy to the German Deegs, but in this round it's just 1. Singular.
Deeg.
This round is surely all Crimbo. He's got to be the fire starter. Wildcard playing long angles. It's a little awkward for FaZe. There's the trusty dual Berettas. They'll make another appearance here. Ace off of them in the pistol. And now a couple more in this follow-up anti-eco round. That's 8 kills in the first 2 rounds of this second half for FaZe. Not too bad.
Big have to win this gun round, though. If they don't come through instantly on their second half, this game might just slip through their fingers. Nuke is a 3rd map. And Wildcard proving that they are here to play today. I was questioning it after Ancient, but a really strong game plan for Big. Everyone hitting hard, a lot more difficult to do on a map like Inferno, where you really have to play by the book.
This is the mother of all bonus rounds here for Wildcard. 4 MP9s. 1 rifle for FaZe. Surely you get aggressive here.
3B. Big don't even take banana. They probably respect Wildcard's utility here. But they actually held on to a good amount, doing very late HEs. They saved every HE. They still use them before Big get this control. There's one more for Stan. Down it goes with a molly. This is a take of banana here for Wildcard. They want to fight. They want to scrap. And they will get that opening kill. Could even get out now.
Oh, they go back in for even more.
Assassin.
And they'll get all the riches out from this banana side. Bro, this is awkward for Big. Your first rifle round up against the bonus, and you've got nothing done.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you get that.
No, I get it.
Okay.
Oh, it's a great bit.
It's the best, one of the best TV shows of all time.
Then they claim the insurance on it, but really they're like, was money.
There was
in
actual,
the,
yeah, they burnt the
hard, cold
down.
Cash.
He got
that
angry.
They burned to the ground.
Yeah, there was hundreds of thousands of dollars hidden under the banana stand, and they burned it to the ground. So, well, Big.
Their banana stand is also burned to the ground in this round.
They've no insurance payouts here. Gotta save. That's the mother of all bonus rounds, Harry. You said it, and it remains to be true because two kills.
They have to run it back in the next. They could go get these AKs on banana.
They got one. They got two. So, damn, Wildcard are just being funded by offshore accounts.
Dude, I gotta say, Stan cooked in that round. That was a really nice play, right? Like the deep smoke in at banana, anticipating the respect from Big. They had a couple of cursory glances on jump checks just to make sure. They hold off all those nades and that deep take util, right? The molly, the nade that Stan throws in that helps at the end, but also the nade stack. They wait, they play entirely off of sound. That's why the first few nades actually come out too soon. Big threw like an early flash, trying to bait util at a wild card. Then you late take banana. It's just a series of lovely little decisions for the wildcard squad to min-max that bonus round.
Yeah, just great, cool experience on the map, right? That's why it's their go-to. They don't just burn.
Yeah, it's little details like this that you weren't even really noticing for Big in the first half, right? Wildcard very at home here. Great understanding of opening moves, things that they can do. That's a pretty huge opener for Crimbo, far from inconsequential as he even survives the drop down into the pit. Jaber really starting to feel pressure here. Does drop that smoke, plays within it. Jaber's doing a fantastic job of delaying this site hit and buying time as the rest of Wildcard now move in. They start barreling through these smokes. Stan plays through. Jaber, by the way, is still alive. JDC's in the site with him, and Jaber gets the better.
He swaps positions. He goes cold box to backside, gets a nade kill, then goes back to cold box. The whole time, JDC was on top of cold box. How does he swap? What a great just move for JDC, because that crumbles because FaZe throws a poor smoke in apartments that Big are able to peek through. Crimbo's able to walk around the smoke and get an entry and drop in. Stan's loving it. Rushing Moto. Jaber never dies. He was there the whole time. Oh, this one, it's looking like a 3-mapper, Harry. Big just can't get a grip on this game. They saved for that.
Not only has Stan called a great game here, but his individuals are showing up, and that's so important. Like, I don't think it's easy to instill that belief in your team that, hey, look, it's our map coming up next. We can turn this one around still.
Oh.
Good nades exchanged in a banana, but there's one straight back from the captain. Stanislaw hangs around to fight for this and will give up the entry into B, only going 1-for-1. FaZe now smoked off. Waits to nade the plant.
Oh, it could kill.
I mean, it's Crimbo planting. It shouldn't. And it will soften up both of these players. Oh, you can't plant there. So
goes, yeah, nowhere actually. Kind of the worst nade, but it's fine. 2v2. Moving together.
Oh no! Oh, okay, that's a huge flake back from FaZe. JDC dancing around that pillar makes magic happen for Big. 4 kills deep in a must-win round if Big want to maintain hope that Inferno could still be theirs. It's still a long road to recover this, but breaking through a 3-man B holding at top banana with fast rotates from the CTs is easier said than done.
Yeah, I'm surprised Stan hangs around. His team get double killed at top B in a 3v5, and Stan, he could just fall back, play his util, play a bit safer. He just chooses to look for fights.
I think, like, in my mind,
he gets one.
In my mind, the idea there is like, with his nade falling short, the only way they can peak is if they were close, which means the nade did big damage, and the nade did do big damage.
Yeah.
That, in theory, should have been a reasonably comfortable spray down to hold top banana. That's where I think it's more so just JDC going above and beyond, helping out massive.
I think in global offensive, Stan kills all three there because off angles exist. But in this game, it's so easy to adjust in time. I don't know what it is.
I also think, you know that Big didn't have a lot to work with there. If you can see Banana, suddenly they have guns. They have like a whole minute to play with. Stan's just like trying to end the round, essentially, right? Takes a bit of a risk. Doesn't pay off.
It's an 11-5 move.
Yeah. Big given a slight olive branch back into the game.
You wouldn't stay there in a major fight. You wouldn't do that either.
No.
Big get another chance, an entry and damage onto Sonic with a nade.
This is good for Big, right? The fact that they're like stemming some of these confident, aggressive moves, that decreases the likelihood of Wildcard doing them. And if you can get Wildcard to stop playing like they are right now, where it's super confident, they're calling from the front, everyone's making plays, not afraid to play their move. You know, that is how you can try and tame this CT side a little bit.
They jumped the AWP in middle as well. Just a pack roll on this A site. A team fight.
I mean, look, this game could have been... What was that?
I don't know.
Who was spinning?
Scary.
JDC.
It could be anywhere.
The C stands for Clara. Like, what would the reaction be if you just started spin botting?
Probably get banned.
I mean, from us, how would we deal with that?
I mean,
you just have to leave a scathing review.
I think there's a level of plausible deniability where it's like, I don't think I've ever casted someone cheating. For the record, I don't think I've ever. Well.
Yeah, hold your horses.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Back in the day. But I've never cast anyone blatantly cheating.
Sure, we had a couple of flusher games way back when.
I didn't want to say it, but. No, I've never cast anyone who I thought was blatantly cheating. If they were blatant, don't think you can really hold back. But that's not my job, is it? It's the anti-cheats.
Is it Madden I used to say was cheating?
No, that was a bit.
It was a bit. You never know. Here we are.
I don't know. Now I'm thinking that. No.
Right, JDC.
So,
let's see. He toggled on in the last round.
I don't think
see what he's bringing to the table here.
For the record, my client is making a joke. Walk back into the Molotov. Definitely not the move.
I know. That is a pretty cheater move to make. Unaware about what the Molotov can do. But will he get the entries? We're about to find out.
Low health. Round the corner. Molly down. And he won't peek it.
Oh no, that's a disaster. Crimbo dead, trying to move into the apartments. It's aggression from FaZe that will go untraded. They move away from that double app setup now, but there's still the 3-man hold over towards B for Wildcard. So for the time being, big of a chance to break through. 4v2, reposition from FaZe, finds himself on the arches and gets away with one. Hypesorb trade down in pit, it's Jaber. Oh, and he's located, dealt with by QB on the apartments drop. This is where that 3-man hold now is to dig deep and try and offer up the retake for Wildcard, or else this game really starts to close up. They would be broken going forward. So much of this round is weighted on this opening kill. Stan's going to start lining up util to try and assist for this. Smoke goes in, hoping to block off some of these angles in the site. Molly to follow as well, making that site feel very claustrophobic. The smoke is twofold. Hype can't see anything around it, but still, all the kills found for Big on these openings. Couple back from Stanislaw, as now it's just JDC left up against him. Up and over, and JDC has his number. Well handled in the clutch. A damn good try from Stanislaw to bring that 1v3 so close.
That one got scary. That got way too scary. I love that util set for Stan. The close smoke to Moto that just allows you to scale into the site or climb up Graveyard. They pick their fights really well there, and Stan almost pulls out a ridiculous 1v3. It's JDC trying to go on top, who will land it for Big. They're making this happen, man. You know, it's not done yet. They're worlds apart, but Big winning some very difficult rounds against a great Inferno team.
Yeah, and you know, coming in
from a 4v5.
Coming into this second half, Wildcard felt unstoppable. They had all the right reads, all first half long. Some good calls, some good moves. But now it's really tightened up. You no longer have that safety net. You're no longer doing the safety dance. Everyone, look at Johans. Oh, JDC, of course, just toggled on. Delete susp in at top banana. Cheating, of course. Here we are. By the way, this isn't real.
It's all a bit.
It's a bit. It's an extended bit, but JDC has turned up in these last few rounds now. This smoke over towards CT.
Toggle off. Oh, the grenades.
A couple of awkward nades here for Big, but it shouldn't matter.
$11 to 9, and a full buy for Wildcard coming up. Got to screw the lid on tight here. Just lock in map point. I don't want to get, Harry, I don't want to get a throwback to that VP game.
Well,
Wildcard choked.
You
Inferno,
might be
CT
getting
side.
one.
No, because they're playing well today. They're looking good. The calls are nice. Fuzi's there. He was last time.
Jaber's up there alongside him as well, which
you know what VP did? VP just went B hit, B hit, B hit, B hit, B hit, and then they won the game. No, it wasn't that simple. There was a lot of like back and forth on the map where they were taking banana, taking brackets, going back to late B, but they never went into Jaber once. He got like a 4K and he never went back.
Yeah.
They went, nah, this guy's too good. And they just abused susp and Sonic at B. And susp is on the numbers. Right now on the numbers, he's not there. It doesn't mean he's having a bad game necessarily. But let's see if Big abuse this.
One of the things that also just feels awkward about it, though, is, you know, they're starting triple B a lot. Susp is someone who likes to take these fights down through banana, and so you are getting chances at opening. JDC's cheating as well, so that's going to help Big out in the long run. Oh, he's tagged by the molly, and he has to go, but of course he hits the perfect timing. JDC will get traded after one. Can Sonic overstay his welcome? Still two players are kept there, and Big learnt about that. Stan was in the kill feed. He'd done damage with util, or maybe a flash. Regardless, they now have the info. It was that triple B stack, so expect the pace to get picked up in this A-play. Fuzi timing this, but maybe it's golden. Oh, yes! He will wrangle it back in, but he can't escape. Just the one and done. Jaber holds on. Jaber holds strong.
Jaber.
Good for the first. It was his multi-kill. It was able to propel them back into a pole position versus VP. And now again, he's offered up resistance here versus Big.
He really is a strong piece of this defense. He is such a rock over a pit. He always on the porch boost, always putting on a bit of a show is Jaber. God, JDC is hitting bangers on entries, but finally, thank God Fuzi recovers that kill, or that round would have spilled out of control on the long side. Big finally get held back by Wildcard, who are onto map point looking for Nuke as a decider. 3 chances to close this map. And if we hit overtime again, you look to the not more experienced team here. I'd look to Wildcard just because they have the depth.
Yeah, the team with the deeper playbook.
Yeah. So Big have to graft hard to get this game on in overtime.
Plus, I think at this point, I wonder if Big, you know, they got gifted the info, it was the Triple B lead, but I wonder, would you rather face the Triple B of Stan, susp, and Sonic over the dynamic duo Jaber, FaZe, A-Hold?
Maybe.
Back to the Triple B again.
Oh, they've again trapped him at sandbags. It's the same round, dude. It's the same round with better results. Susp finally holds his own. Double kill at B. Might just end this map as Wildcard holds strong. He goes one step further. Look at this push smoke. He is below the half wall. Oh my God! Finally spammed out. No, don't get 3v5, Wildcard. Know when to quit. Good grenade. That's gonna hurt. Big. Try and contact into this B site. They need the orb to find the entry. Sonic is jiggling.
Walking the line all the way in. Contact on the AWP. Hyped is opened. 3v5 starting to unravel. It's ended up in a 3-on-3, and Wildcard still haven't jumped the gun on the rotate yet. They haven't bought down on this idea that this is the B commit from Big. Only now rotating one extra player. Jaber is still in pit.
This is weird. Re-smoke. Oh. Get it in. Oh my God, he's got cover at least. They want the kill. They'd rather the kill than the smoke. 2 HEs and a molly and low players. Wildcard have every reason to go for this round, but the economy, will they opt for it? I'd like to see those nades go in just to test the site. Re-smoke very late for Big is a middle finger as they hold on at the back of the site.
Yeah, I love how long they delayed using these smokes for. It's going to force Wildcard to have to play through if they wanted to attempt this retake, and that single-handedly decides the outcome of the round. 3v5 from Big to keep Inferno going.
That is the susp effect. When he's feeling it, it's really nice. He can get those huge multi-kills, but like he gets 2 here and he goes for more. And sometimes I would like Wildcard to know when to quit, to know when to give up banana. Like, you know, you understand why they want to fight full and just finish it. They've won games doing that, but when you see the other side, we've seen a couple of rounds where Stan doesn't pull back off of B, where susp goes back for more, and Big punish hard. Contact orb, pick Sonic before he can get the molly out.
I also think like it makes a damn lot of sense that these A players often get left out of the action when B is such a consistent source of fights, and you know every round that Wildcard are going to play for this top banana control. Sure, why not try and fight them there? And I think if you're Big, you've also seen the triple B stack so many times in a row now that you almost expect it. JDC, interesting move through the smoke.
He really is. He's not helping his case. Oh my God, what is that? Why is Hype there? Pulling a FaZe.
I mean, this kind of comes with the territory that Wildcard haven't encountered one of these faster A plays. Jaber has to be the difference maker again, but cut down by the Hype Orb that is on a roll. Big mean business. They are 1 round away from overtime, and Wildcard are fully out of money. They're even delaying this plant to go for the hunt. 2 players moving in up through banana. Plant delayed for a few more seconds to give them the timing. Sonic will not be found at that B site. Big start to get aggressive, and they clear Sonic. Everybody falls. There is nothing for Wildcard in this next round.
I did not think this is how it was going to go. After they won that you know, 12th round, I thought it was over. I didn't think Big were going to get 3 in a row. Some very hard rounds, a 3v5 that you're not going to forget about if you lose this game in overtime. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This one, they've got no money. They got nothing. They got an M4. And that is really it. Big mistake for Wildcard to let Big into this game, a map that Big do not have a good track record on. 1-6 in the last 3 months. We just saw them get 13-1 by FlyQuest on this map. Off the back of their T side, Harry. And now they are pulling it back on both bomb sites against a red-hot Wildcard, with overtime entering the fray.
I just think if this happens to Wildcard twice on this map, there's going to be some serious questions raised about the longevity of their Inferno.
Oh my God.
Hype nearly burns alive. It's not over yet. There's still a chance here, but Big go back to trying to fight for this banana control. It's been such a consistent source of these openers. That nade could have been the end of Hype, but it goes a little deep. Molly extinguished in the smoke, but here's the pressure. Sonic runs at them. There's no trade. Pistol pulled. Sonic doubles up. He shows susp how it's done with the banana aggression. Sonic comes through with a vengeance.
Right, quit now. No one to quit. No one to bail. Sure, you eat a nade. That's unlucky. But don't chase this round. You've got susp at the B side with an M4.
Another 5v3 for Wildcard, this time for the map.
I'm scared. If susp dies,
is still hanging around.
Yeah, like he's putting on pressure. He's puffing up his chest. He's making it look like there's more here than one. He wants the info.
With that AWP gone, there is the freedom for the jiggle, right? You know you've killed Hyped already, and so you're not going to get punished for jiggling that corner. So he feels a bit safer. Stan is hot on the heels, and the rest of the team are in behind him. Big back turn, but he fires off straight away. Oh, you feel like there could have been so much more. Now they spot the flank. They're going to turn around and try and fight this. One more man lurked through middle. Susp to be inside of this B site. Jaber, 16 kills deep. Waits behind them, but he can't play his hand too soon. If he falls, that A-site play opens up. Now with only 20 seconds, Jaber's got the freedom to make a move. Susp offers up resistance. It's going to come down to Kyubi in this clutch. Was it all for naught? Big with a wild comeback, denied by susp. He plays it safe, plays by the numbers, and Wildcard dodge embarrassment on Inferno.
That is a crazy game and a crazy way to close it for Wildcard. Just a sigh of relief more than anything that they can run down Banana like that and pick up a 5v3 that they almost lose. They almost do. And you say plays it safe. Susp walks through that many teams. They crumble. They have trouble, the pressure. Now, obviously, these guys got a chance, I guess, in Shanghai. They did play in front of a crowd there in the Swiss stages of the major. But I'd say there's even, it's not, it's different. It's different because you're in a single elim playoff bracket where you don't get any more chances, where you have to perform on one day. It's not just, oh yeah, this is we get 3 games in front of a crowd. No, you get 1 chance. You better show up. Who's going to do it on Nuke? Big T-side start going quick towards the ramp. Psych. They're showing the bomb. They're waiting for the reaction, which they might get. Susp is pushing up. Faking upper. Susp does push into the ramp play. It's a double fake for Big. Back to ramp 2 here. Nice goosh, but from the hell side, Stan hits a very important kill. That might tame Big. They back out towards A.
Oh, Hyped. They crunch him. Double swung.
Nice.
And Stan, who was last spotted, taking scalps over towards Hell, offers up a 3rd here on his push in towards the door. That is a dominant pistol round put forth from Wildcard to open up on their CT half.
Yes, indeedy. One thing I think that is going to be interesting to see these in-game leaders try and outread each other. Like for that round, Big, show bomb ramp, go quiet, execute A, then push ramp. So they're really just messing with Wildcard. They're trying to make the comms go crazy, trying to force that ramp push, which they did. But then Wildcard still have 2 ramp after that 1-for-1. So gonna be some mind games here.
FaZe's playing USP armor.
Always dangerous against. Yeah, I mean you're not expecting the force here from no plant Big. I've seen it let people down. Oh my God, they are not ready for this.
Suspect turn. Still going to get gun on in time. FaZe's USP lending a helping hand.
Yeah, no helmets on some of these players, so guess it works. Now the call is, oh, they bought. Got to be very careful. Big, make it down B. Ouch. Nice that they hunt JDC. I don't know if they saw him cross outside, but they seemed very aware that he could be there. So nade and a push in secret, clear the flank, and then get on that bomb. Good beginning of the game for Wildcard. Big bomb plant. One more eco.
Hype's flicking through his notes. So this is just essentially a timeout for Big. They're going over the game plan. tabseN laid out a spawn as he's talking to the rest of the gang. Now's the time to plan and prep for the round and road ahead if you're Big.
Oh.
FaZe with the AWP, just a chance to feed out in the yard. Yeah,
Not
tasty.
to feed, to farm. Don't want to feed, Harry.
Not feeding like that. Like, you feeding like he eating. He ate.
Yeah.
FaZe ate, but so has tabseN.
Crumbless.
Bro, tabseN's eating large right now. Oh my god. No! Stan stops it.
No money for you. Don't want to feed the beast.
No. No Leaferando for tabseN. That is the one, right?
Yeah,
that is, yeah.
Believe in yourself, man. You know, you've been to Germany.
A couple of times.
What did Kennedy say? Ich bin ein Berliner. And everyone laughed at him because he said he was a donut. He's trying to say I'm a Berliner.
Ah, yes.
You know, like he's from, yeah, you get it.
I am a donut.
You are a donut, Harry.
Sonic said, I'm a hedgehog. Check this out.
Gotta go fast. Is that the noise of a
No, it's
hedgehog?
like the you know, like
That's
if you ever
noise.
watched
Yeah.
the
No, I know. I get
Yeah.
the reference. Big outside. They got the smokes down. Sonic, I like this position, but he's not got any info. No one can help him right now. That AWP is pushed up.
coin flip on where he gets his first fight. But it's Sonic, so he chooses tails. One found out in the yard.
And he gets out.
And lives to tell the tale. tabseN dropping down, trying to give chase. Gets shot in the back. FaZe
FaZe's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
deals the crushing blow at 5-0.
This is a stuck in the mud round for Big. Shadow and still hyped. He's so good at those clears.
So consistently beats AWPers that are already on the line. It's
Dude, he had
wild.
no reason to win that fight. I think sometimes Shadow lets people down. Like, they think they're going to peek quicker, but you get a really long Shadow warning. Backside, got to get this clear. Nice shot for Crimbo, but only a tag, and the heaven cover is there. Good round for Sonic. Starts outside, ends it from above.
A Wildcard really going to 13-0 this game?
Dude, don't do that now.
Why not?
It's trolling.
Big need a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, okay. Good recovery for Wildcard, yeah, considering how this series
And they're getting a bit pumped up now as well, a Wildcard. They haven't really been super celebratory in this game outside of one half.
They're in full control right now. Keep the boot on Big's neck. Fast out ramp can get messy. susp, good kills, and lots of CTs here to trade out. Wildcard know when to quit. They just want to take every kill. That bomb loose. Ooh. This is weird. kind of got to go B. So he won't be able to get a gun.
He knows there can't be anyone down here, though, thanks to Crimbo holding onto the vent. So that's a guaranteed bomb plant.
They know Crimbo made it, though, so they're just going to rotate ramp and regroup together, and really
Still,
Big should be able to win this.
Could get odd in the 2-on-3 with QB having repositioned into ramp. So much of this comes down to how much he's able to get away with, and they should be clearing this. You can't leave anything to chance. Crimbo's going to try and play in tandem with QB. One from him, and now low HP for Sonic. 2 kills deep on the retake, but Crimbo stays on this line, on the angle, and the Tech-9s prevail for Big. That's how they break through.
Great call for QB, for Crimbo to come and join in, realizing that because they weren't going to drop Ven, they were grouping ramp. He heard the retake steps, and he gets himself in a seemingly one-and-done position, but him and Crimbo find 3 for 2 with only pistols and low health. It's a very impressive post-plant round for Big. Lovely work for QB and Crimbo. Bigger back, they're in the game. Better late than never.
Oh, Tabson dropping a verse. Trying to rally the troops here after that first round on the board. Very animated. On the opposite side of the fray, it's far more composed here for Wildcard. They try to lock back in. It's an unfortunate misstep falling down at the Tech-9s in their eyes, but there's still time to get back to dominating this first half. You don't want Big to break through now. You can chalk the other round up to a good bit of decision-making in that 2-on-3 and some keen Tech-9 shots. If you're Wildcard, if you turn it all around here. If Big finds success, money starts to run dry for the CTs.
Ooh,
Sonic's looking good to open up this map, man.
Yeah. A lot of different positions.
And he's got an important role to play. Constantly harassing Big out in the yard. No space taken for free here. They tried to get JDC across in a garage, but they're just going to have to chalk this one up to an L and leave the yard.
It's not an L. They've got Tabson here. This is a really strong position. He's going to play late.
I didn't notice this.
They might even do an excl before he plays.
They should have no idea he made it this deep.
Yeah, just to give him a bit of room. It's being watched by ramp timing, though, so he could... Oh, he might get seen. Oh, great pathing. Avoids it completely. And now Tabson.
Up the ladder, right as Sonic's moved out to clear the yard. The timing on this is wild, but who's he going to favor? Sonic moving in, collects that free kill up in the heaven. Tabson thought he'd found the golden window to make this all happen. Battle back into it, 3v5 for Big as this one begins. Sonic still offering up resistance. Dead after his first, but QB left in this clutch, not ready for the double heaven push through that smoke.
That's so great. You know, you think Sonic, when he gets that kill, he immediately just goes, hey, because you kill the guy heaven, you know they're hitting that top site. Everyone's in position. They just flood A. Susp comes through that smoke. They don't let off the gas. That's a great move for Wildcard, and great for Sonic as well, because you can see him slow clearing everything. Like, he knows there is a timing. Like, they had no idea where Tabson was, but he's checking hell, he's checking heaven, checking the rafters. Then he just hits a great timing as Tabson comes up the ladder. So it's awkward for Big, who get immediately pounced on after winning an eco. And Wildcard controlling the flow of this game right now. Messy, but it works. Two AKs. break. It's a bit short. Oh no! Oh, how is he alive?
He's still in this.
Watch him get the kill now.
FaZe, the one that got away. That could have been an opener for Big. Instead, they try to play their hand in the susp down here at lower, and he takes 2 to the grave with him. So
great double. Very
well handled here from Wildcard. Bro, this is starting to get worrisome.
Ooh, for who?
Huge kill for tabseN to try and swing this one back the other way. But Big, they've often made these rounds close. They've only managed to take one of them over the line, and something's got to give soon for this Big T side. Wildcard slow it down for now. Jaber, next point of contact, decapitated by tabseN.
Single door with bomb for Astralis, so Big need a better position right now. They're both moving around the world, and Wildcard are wasting time as a result. They've got to shut that door. They've got no
Stan's
nades.
also the one with the kit, and he's the one further away.
Yeah.
FaZe going to have to cover on the AWP, and he's just ducked out of there. So off the line, an awkward timing. Kit dropped, but FaZe cannot win this. He tries to get away with that AWP, and he won't survive the journey. Big. They will find their way through in that 2-on-4.
Yeah, 2-on-4, including the trade onto susp, and then they just roll out on that B bomb site. I love the repositioning post-plant. FaZe separating from Stan, going to cover single door when double is open as well. That's a pretty bold move for Wildcard, but those moments are so hard to micro. You almost feel like someone needs to deadcom that. Just tell FaZe to set up on single so Stan can tap. On double rather, so Stan can tap and clear single swing. Wildcard just throw themselves into lobby. Oh my god, they're shooting the silo player in the back of the head. No comm for Big. No realization what's going on. They just get knocked out. But these rounds can get weird. 2v5, slowing it down, and they've got the bomb control. So it's up to Wildcard to remain active and try and just trade these kills together. Right now, Big are gaining a lot of space.
It was a low buy, it was a lobby crunch. Sure, there are reasons why this could still get away from Wildcard, especially with the space from JDC, but it can't be all 2v4s, 2v5s as to how Big build this T side. They're looking for another one. JDC does find his time, and that nade's going to get a kill. Oh, Jaber's dead. 2v2 now from a 2v5 start to this round. And tabseN and JDC have all the reason to win this. There should be no world back into this for Wildcard now. Locked out of the site. More health for Big, more firepower, stronger post plants. And with JDC winning that fight over in the heavens, this should be a done deal. Can Sonic complicate matters?
Yes,
up and over. Deagle primed and ready, but Sonic can't get his bearing on tabseN. Big with another insane round, this time 2v5, taking it one step further than the other two that Big currently have.
Oh, those rounds hurt to lose. Those first couple of deaths don't feel consequential, but what a beautiful clear for JDC on that rafter player, and just nades backside. Didn't even expect to get that kill. He follows up with a molly. Wildcard come in, they catch Big sleeping, but they wake up. They've got a gun under the pillow. Those home invaders put down. Big find a third off another clutch man down round. More than a man. Now they've finally broken the money. A-pop, confident play. Big remind them what they're up against. This strong lead for Wildcard at the top of the map immediately sunk. That will get you going. 4 kills from tabseN, 4 rounds for Big, 5 alive. This game's on.
tabseN's looking like FaZe's kryptonite. He can't seem to finish a kill on this guy, and it's been a way in a couple of these 2vx's. Even in that final round there, had the full drop on him, but obviously Deagle, T with the back turn, Mac 10, so if you don't hit the instant headshot, he is going to start jumping, he is going to spam the ever-living daylights out of you. Big are well and truly back into this T side after all. In fact, even though they're around behind, they're the ones in the power position here.
Only one helmet, and Big still have double Mac 10.
And even now, right, like look at the buy, almost all the util expelled early on from this wildcard CT side. Now they're going to try and run it into top. Where this gets awkward is if Wildcard lose this, they're eco again, and so Big would be moving into the lead. There's the opener from the captain of this Big squad. Couple of kills back the other way as Stan obscured behind this side smoke. Good for even more mileage. Fast rotates out of Wildcard have served them well. They just have to stop Crimbo in this clutch, and susp will do exactly that.
Oh, great cover from Sonic. They find the CT vent player, but he comes through the main smoke and shoots 2 players in the back. Well, they can't find Stan, who's just hiding in his mollied smoke, or his smoked molly, rather, that Big threw. It looked like a really clean execute, but this push ruined the round for Big. And Wildcard, again, on this A play, flood. They don't want to play a retake on A. They don't want Big to ever get a bomb down and get comfortable. They just throw bodies at the problem, and that seems right now to be the answer. Winning a very difficult round. Hyped also 1-9, but finally get to see a bit more AWPing from him. I think it's his second AWP of the game. Last time he lost the main fight to fuzi. And this time fuzi's back garage as well, so got a couple of eyes outside for Wildcard. They're going to cross secret Big. They do it with 4 silently. Oh, no info. Not a smidge. Only an assumption for Wildcard that Big could be here. So Big are being very diligent with their clears, but they don't need to be. And Hype comes back up secret to snipe out Sonic. I think now they know there's many B. You don't see an AWP solo cross. So lobby gets taken, Wildcard react well. susp is trying to get into an anchor position in time, but it's kind of susp or bust right now. He needs something big in this B site.
Yeah, fuzi's slowly but surely working the extremities. Oh, and does get the spot off, but now he's known about as well. So yeah, it is susp or bust, as you put it. Oh, Stan burns alive. susp now even more of a requirement. It's just the one and done. And in the blink of an eye, only fuzi left standing. First kill goes his way. All picked up. Does that entice him? They're close to the door. fuzi tries to play his move. Thinks they're up close, using that little gimmick, that little trick. Not to be. Big have repositioned to play this 2v1 out, and they don't make life easy for fuzi here. That AWP is pretty valuable to be held onto as well. And so he'll head for the hills. Big continue to keep the pressure on.
What happened to Stan? Was he low or something? He just died in that vent molly. Don't even know how that happened.
There is like weirdness with mollies essentially like climbing the ladder, right? Like maybe he doesn't think it's going to burn him as he's heading down, and then it starts, and then it just keeps burning him.
Yeah, he's jiggling down the ladder to
I'm assuming that's it.
Yeah, can only guess. Well, Big do right by Hype to get to that first kill in main, and they just explode out on lower. Oh, he was low. Okay, he was already low. Close game. Big looking to even out the half. Well within reach with some of the calls they're giving us on this T side.
Considering this started 5-1 in Wildcard's favor, Big now in a position to tie things up at the end of this first half is rather insane when you think about how this all started.
Yeah, true. Was it 5-0 or 4-0? Yeah,
4-0, and then Big won that. Yeah, that one Tech 9 round, and then
5-1 with a reset round, and yeah, Big have gone on a tear.
Plus, I think it kind of wrecks your confidence knowing that over half the rounds that Big have been these 2vx's, right? And it's like, man, even when you're getting 3 kills in the round, holding a super significant lead, you've struggled to convert. So How much faith do you have in these even odds bouts? Tabson running amok in through main. There's still JDC in the yard, but this top site hits come in. And Big have all the space from it.
They've lost the bomb, and that's making them a little bit paranoid right now. They've got to cross past sight lines like door. Sonic's found that kill. susp gives away his position, and he doesn't get anything from it. No one can help him out here. Sonic is repositioning for main. His timing is good, but Big have got the bomb planted.
Still, it's the two heavy hitters left in this round for Wildcard. 14 and 12 kills between the two of them. Sonic on a tear in this third map. Not the guy you want to face right now as he finds a 15th, third in the round, looking for number 4. Crimbo low, whittled down. They just need one bullet to stop him in this clutch, and Sonic will provide. Wildcard on their way to a 1-out CT half, 7-5, as Sonic delivers. It's clear to me that that ending to Inferno has brought him back to life. It was him with the game-saving play, rushing down Banana, that locked in that last round, stopped the big comeback, and he's carried that momentum with him into this deciding map.
That's a great point. Sonic kind of did nothing in Inferno until 12-11, and then he wins them the game. And now, yeah, he's having a great time outside. Being a yard rifler is a star position, and Sonic is absolutely doing his part in this map, winning that clutch out to close the half on top of it all. Even took Fuzi's AWP after Hype picked him again and was able to find an even trade back outside.
Yeah, I mean, he won that round many times over, in a sense, right? Stopping JDC getting in towards hell and heaven, having that post plant to play around was absolutely huge. And then he actually wins the round by killing the remaining 2 players in the retake. But that's the big one, right? If JDC has that heaven control, this is it's not unwinnable, because Sonic was able to deal with them in the heaven post plant before, but it leaves it essentially on Big as to whether or not that round gets given away. It's so strong to have a player there. So yeah, great stuff from Sonic. Real good awareness in that first half. And a big performance to back it up at 16-8. Now moving on to the T side, our Wildcard.
Yeah, Big got tricky in their pistol with a double fake. This one looking like an ace split with that main player falling in, denied by JDC. Julie's up close, fire off. Whoa! Still gets a kill. It's a 2v3 right now with kills outside. Fuzi stuck alone at the back of the site, and they clear him out. Big winning every position, A and yard, to find that pistol round. Keeping this game as tight as it deserves to be, with elimination on the line.
I mean, this is the half that Pig have been waiting for. CT, where this team does their best work on Nuke. Wildcard, it's a bit more of an even split between the halves.
Boink. Oh, sick shot. He's got that dig on him. Put down, but pistols still prevail here for Wildcard. Looking for another fight with these Deagles, and look at them go.
Now, Crimbo is supposed to be the OG big clutcher. First kill connects. It's hard to put a stop to this guy once the ball gets rolling. Crimbo aware that Stan still lurks somewhere out in the yard. Sonic's even rotated up through the vent, and Stan starts to gun it in towards lower now. Sonic gonna link up with him.
Yeah, ramp is your only option right now.
Crimbo heading ramp side.
Safe plant.
On plant if a single door. Maybe he can catch Stan if Stan tries to leave.
Oh!
The Stanislaw Deagle just too clean as Stan rolls back the years. This force buy comes up in favor of Wildcard, courtesy of the captain's Deagle.
Yeah, teaching the young men how it's done. Okay, I didn't realize Sonic got that kill. Stan beautiful shots from the back of the B site. Puts a Crimbo clutch to bed. God, he wasn't even ready for that.
I agree.
Yeah, Peter is pretty good.
You are so good.
He's a Jaguar, man. That's a huge force buy to win after Big take pistol. Like just getting oppressed.
Jaguar, man, like a off-brand.
Go on.
Black Panther.
Jaguar, man.
Like for copyright reasons, that's what we've called him. There's a good bit of emotional weight on this one for both of these teams. Both of them going to feel like they've had missed opportunities in the stretch, as elimination awaits the loser of this series. For Wildcard, it's the number of 2vx's XV2s that they gave away in that first half. For Big, it's the idea they were so close to pulling this game to OT all the way back on Inferno. So as this one rages on into the pistols, come Wildcard, they might have found a 5-on-3, but we know that nothing is safe. No advantages big enough for Wildcard as another one of these rounds. This time 5v3 might come undone. FaZe left to battle back, doesn't have the time to drop to lower. He needs the kill, has to face Crimbo head on, and the Deagle will prevail. 3v5 from Big with nothing but pistols. Puts this one to rest.
The German Deags do it again, Harry. We've been waiting all series for a round like that. German Deagles, you just can't stop them.
There is an upper limit to the number of these type of rounds you can lose before the game gets out of control, and Wildcard is surely hitting that stage now.
Hey, Crimbo may not have clutched the previous, but he shuts down that much important 1v1. That is a swift blow the way of Wildcard.
It's just so mad. Big have won more rounds with disadvantages, heavy disadvantages, than they have when they've secured openings. At 8-7, 4 of these rounds now, we've had 2 2v4s, a 2v5, and now a 3v5 added to the tally. That time on an eco to add insult to injury.
Oh my goodness. Well, can Wildcard do it back?
At a certain point, it becomes back-breaking, it becomes game-defining, and I'm worried that we're already crossed that boundary. I'm worried that we crossed it a long time ago, in fact. Wildcard gonna have to dig deep as they come through with their own force-up.
That's
waiting for the smokes to fade and then go. Everyone just play Deagles. Jaber on the board with one out in the yard. Tabson dead. Okay, it all slows down. They're waiting to see if they get anything from the big reactions. JDC in position down at lower. Cremos want to fight out in the upper side of the map in the meantime, and they even deal with Stanislaw on lobby aggro. Now they know the last 2 down on B after spotting that boost. All the info here for Big. They have the advantage, 3v2.
Plus, just huge at this point of the game because we're just trading rounds back and forth, but it feels like Big might finally get back-to-back to even up this game.
I think, you know, it'd be a real sigh of relief to win a round like this if you're Wildcard, considering these have been the ones that are going against you so often in this game. You've been the ones falling down to the forces. You've been the ones struggling to close out these man advantage rounds, but it's not looking likely. Susp left is the last man standing, and he gets put in a box. Very well orchestrated retake there from Big. No one jumps the gun. The spam kill is so valuable to them as well. It lets them focus all that attention on the last man who's not in position to win that round.
Okay, 2 rounds in a row now. Eco put to bed. Sure, there's a bomb plant that's going to elicit some investment here for Wildcard, but Big should now be able to try and build into this game, you'd like to think. The lead on the line. And less than before for Wildcard, just a couple of pistol upgrades. Barely even Kevlar. Standard A flash for backside. Away we go.
Tech9's will open. QB is very low, but there's layers to this. And top hut never cleared means it's a shooting gallery for Tabson.
Yeah, when the whole map's quiet like that, you know either an A pop is coming or they're about to run out ramp, and you can just play heavier A and you know, give up the ramp room and either play hell or drop. So Big are really quick to rotate into what turns into a quad A pretty quickly. It's meant to be for Big, but this is Wildcard's buy now. A Big are not out of the woods. It's a huge opener. Oh, and info. I don't know what the high nade's for. It's not going to go too close, but it's a try. 5v4 for Big. Forced by the AWP, and Wildcard are hoping he backed up Secret, but he got all the way out to main. They can't get this kill. Meanwhile, JDC pushes up Secret. He's about to work out. The Wildcard have left outside as they reset lobby, leaving FaZe behind main. Kind of forces him into an A split.
Yeah, the fact he's so active on this angle, eventually just the temptation's going to kick in. Look, there's 50 seconds left. He hasn't seen anything, and he just clears the yard now,
he just
right?
saw FaZe. They both shot at each other.
So aware that one man lurks there, but that's not where the main bulk of Wildcard's forces are focused. And so Crimbo's been lent rune, lobby aggro on the cards, and he strikes one from the tally. This round is over. Wildcard, dying lights of it, left holding onto these guns. They've got 25 seconds left in the 2v5, and all across the map, Big are teed up to play trades on this. This one is done. When you get shot in the back with your entire team in lobby and you get flanked by the ramp player, you know it's over.
Weirdly enough, there was a big window where Wildcard could have just walked out hut. No one was looking. Actually, 2 players available to kill, but yeah, the save is the right call here. 2v5.
This is getting awkward. They're like the whole game open with a really nice start from Wildcard. You had some sick kind of hero players in there. Sonic and susp as the standouts. Some well-called rounds from Stan, but the protocols have let them down. They've given Big just so many chances to close up this scoreline, and I don't think you can do that versus this Big team. You're no longer calling from the front. Things are starting to feel more awkward, more jarring. You're getting out-positioned, out-maneuvered now on this T side as well. The rounds are getting cleaner for Big. Meanwhile, for Wildcard, the calls are getting more desperate. The situation getting more dire as this one starts to build towards their elimination.
Yeah, Big keep forcing opening picks outside as well, which really just complicates your round. Like Hype just crossing red with your picking stand at the start, getting out as well. Like Big are getting very cheeky and not being punished for it. So sure, it's let them down when these Deegs connect, when they're just fighting main and garage, but now it's looking good for Big. 10-8. Forcing a save, skew-whipping the money of Wildcard at this point in the game is not going to make their life any easier. It will give them the chance in this buy. They've forced around it, but if it doesn't land, they're in trouble.
Fast top site here. QB caught. Opener secured. Susp takes it one step further and is big trying to plug this hole, barreling through the main smoke. Oh, JDC! That is a huge difference made. Hops on through as the third man.
Can he get out? Down the
Secure
vent?
2 tries to slip on out of there. Just steals himself away, lending a bit of time to Hype's AWP to get into position. He now clears out the back of the site, and JDC offers up even more for Big.
Crazy round.
It is another 2v4 round for Big. This time only versus Pistols, sure, but it hurts all the same. That could have been Wildcard off to the races. They stuck the landing on the entries. Things were looking good. For a moment, they felt like they'd found their way to break through. And an all-familiar, crushing feeling as two players make all the difference for Big. Really, it's all JDC here.
Yeah, Sonic made that same play in the first half in such a crucial round, and JDC may have just won the game with a move like that, or at least stopped it from being lost, because Wildcard, that's a force buy explosion into A with all the entries, and JDC just stays so calm. Big 2 rounds away from eliminating Wildcard in a third map. In a banger game. The Wildcard have had their moments in. They've had their opportunities. They have dropped the ball one too many times. Eco to allow elimination point. Frankly, Wildcard need a flawless 4-round streak to stay in Cluj-Napoca.
Big aren't entirely aware that FaZe made it across, but he's here with the bomb.
Oof. It's not actually helpful.
Yeah, so it's like, sure, he has the element of surprise, but he can't be the guy to make a play.
At what cost? They got to go down vent.
Yeah, and that's
Could
a tricky
happen.
task. I mean, Tabson is low. There's going to be signs that this is happening. Still, he's not able to catch it in time. They make it down the vents. They get into this B site. QB's already dropped down here, though. Big are one step ahead in terms of their rotates, and Wildcard try to mix this one up on the fly. 2v5 attempt from Wildcard as Stan opens up.
Going back up.
Tabson vent drop. Affords a gun to the captain of Wildcard. FaZe going around the world, but he's got no time to make this happen.
This is good because they're going to try fake lowest. I think Stan just opened the door or something on B. Now he's going up vent. They're going to sync together. If he just drops in backside, he can get the plant. JDC is the question mark. Up the ladder in time. Going for the kill. 5 seconds. He's got the plant, but he has no time. As soon as he's off it, Bigger right there to win the round. They'll shut it down. 12-8. It's a bit messy. It's a bit sweaty, but it's enough to put Big on match point.
So this is how it all comes undone for Wildcard after saving themselves on Inferno, stopping the big comeback, recovering from a near 13-0 to start this. They approach a critical mass on Nuke. But this structure can no longer stay standing. They've lost too many of these swing rounds, these crazy advantages given away. You just can't give up this many man advantage rounds in your deciding map. Elimination on the line. I think any team would have been able to capitalize on this. And with the form Big have showed today, it's no wonder that they've very quickly played catch-up and now find themselves in the driver's seat.
Yeah, a masterful series from Tabson across the T sides of every map here, and individually outputting a lot. QB as well in this game has been a sensation for Big. Hyped, looking to end it, pushes the lobby and catches Jaber, maybe his last round in Romania. As Wildcard just try and pop that top side. I don't think that molly even lands. The window wasn't broken, so it's going to fall a bit short. They have everywhere to go, and Wildcard have nothing to do but accept their fate. FaZe just trying to hit some quick shots. QB finds 20 kills, and Big Clan will eliminate Wildcard here in a 2-1 display. Surviving one more day of Swiss. They go 2-2 to try and make a spot in the playoffs tomorrow. Wildcard go home empty-handed.
Yeah, this continues a disappointing string of